everybody, today we have a birth announcement video for these Australian Labradoodle puppies from our Chocolate Fondue litter. Hi, I'm Claire from Isle Labradoodles, and in today's video we are going to introduce you to the 6 puppies that are from Maizey and Dakota and were born on May the 1st. So these puppies are just 2 days old, not even quite a whole 2 days old yet. In today's video we're going to tell you a little bit about each of the puppies in terms of their gender, their color, their pattern. We'll give you a little bit of a synopsis on the delivery process, and we'll tell you a little bit about how Mama Labradoodle Maizey is doing. So these puppies were due on May the 2nd and they were born on May the 1st. So just like with human mamas, a due date is sort of a window of time. So they were born at just exactly the right time. And they are all 6 of them chocolate Labradoodles, as you can see. Now the reason why they're all chocolate is because Papa Labradoodle Dakota, he only is able to produce chocolates. And Maizey here, well, she's not chocolate, but she carries for chocolate. So because he only has chocolate and she carries for chocolate, that means the only option in the litter is for chocolate. And now Maizey also is a phantom. Even though you can't see any of her phantom markings, she has all of the necessary genetics needed to be a phantom. So that means she can produce phantoms. And Dakota also carries those genes. He himself is not a phantom, but he can produce them. So in this litter, we have several phantom Labradoodles, and the other ones are white marked, a couple who have tuxedo style markings, and the one we call Bigfoot, and I'll explain why about that a little later. So the delivery was an extremely smooth one. There was no hiccups at all. This is Maizey's final litter. It's her retirement litter. It's her 3rd litter. So she's an old pro at everything. She was very considerate and started having her puppies at 6:30 in the morning, which was just a lovely amount of time. And she finished having them all by just after 11 in the morning. She had a really long pause in between the 5th puppy and the final puppy. We were waiting. For a while I thought maybe I had imagined there was a 6th one, but eventually he decided to be born. And in this litter we have 4 girls and 2 boys. So we've got lots of beautiful girls here in this litter, which is great because one of these puppies is hopefully going to be a Isle Doodle breeding prospect, and that will be a little girl that we keep to carry on Maizey's lines and her pedigree. So now let's meet all of the puppies up close and personal. And what we're going to do in all of our videos is go through the puppies in their birth order. That way it's always fair and you always know who's coming up next. So the firstborn in this litter is our little purple collar girl. And she is somewhere. Oh, where is she? I'm missing her. She must be underneath. Oh, she's over here. That's what, I got one over here. This is Purple Collar Girl. So Purple Collar Girl was the firstborn. She was born at 6:30 in the morning. Oops, and she's got her little foot through her collar there. And you can see she is one of the puppies that has the tuxedo style markings. So she has beautiful white on her nose there, going right up the top of her head, over the back so that you get the full ruff around her neck, and then she has white on all 4 of her legs and an adorable little white tip on the back of her tail there. And so the reason we call this tuxedo is because all the white on the chest and everything resembles how a gentleman looks when he's wearing a tuxedo. So that's where the name of that pattern came from. Now you'll see Maizey right now is busy licking Purple Collar here. So what this is when the puppies are born, their eyes are sealed shut, their ears are sealed shut, and they're not able to go to the bathroom on their own. So mom stimulates them to go, And mom also consumes all of that. And the reason for consuming it all is so that there's no odor for any potential predators. So she'll continue to do that for quite a long time. She'll continue to stimulate them to go till they're around 3 weeks old. When their ears start to open up, then generally that's when they can start to go to the bathroom on their own. But in the meantime, the only sense that these puppies have is through their noses. And their little noses are like little heat-seeking missiles. They have heat sensors at the end of their nose, and that enables them to find where everyone is and where Mama Maizey is and the milk bar is. Because the milk bar, of course, is the most important thing in a puppy's life. And we'll just see if we can get purple color here to go on this empty spot at Maizey's milk bar. And she may or she may not. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try to show them where it is, they ignore you and have their own thoughts. So it's always best to let them do things on their own as much as possible. Second born was a boy, and that is Green Collar. And he is underneath here. If I can just get him out, I think this is him here. Oh no, that's purple that we just did. Green is in the front too. Thanks, Reynolds. I can't see over Maizey's head.
You didn't give it away.
And Reynolds just reminded me, I didn't give Purple Collar Girl's weight when she was born. She was 321 grams. So that's an excellent size because these are medium, large mini to medium Australian Labradoodles. Now, Mr. Green Collar, he was the first boy to be born and the first chocolate phantom. Now, the phantom is these tan points that you see here. So you see he has tan on his legs, he has tan across his chest, and then right now you can't see too much of his eyebrows, but he has a little bit of tan here on the side of his face, and then he also has tan under his tail, which is called the vent area. So Mr. Green Collar Boy was born at 6:43, so very quickly after Purple Collar Girl, and he was 312 grams. And there's Maizey's just got to check, make sure everybody's okay. Now, if you can hear other puppies in the background, that's because about 24 hours after Maizey had her puppies, Noisette had hers. So they're sharing the maternity ward here. So you can hear Noisette's puppies. One of them is obviously not quite in the place that normally they should be in, and looking to find the milk bar over there. But you can see that the girls are separated by a solid wall on all sides so that they cannot see one another. They can definitely hear one another. They can smell one another. They know one another is here, but they are completely enclosed. They have a solid door. Everything is latched, and then the door into this room is also latched so that none of the other dogs can enter here. Now that way we're able to stagger when the moms go in and out, keep other dogs away from them, because hormones are raging with the mama dogs. And oftentimes they're very competitive with another female, and they will fight with each other. Because of course, if we were not raising them, they would always be competing for the opportunity to be the breeding female. So it's natural for them to want to eliminate that competition. Sometimes they get along perfectly well, sometimes not at all, but it's best not to ever take a chance. Always keep them separate, doing their own thing, and they don't meet up with one another until the puppies are all weaned. So the next little puppy that was born was Light Pink Collar Girl, and she is somewhere too. We have to, all these puppies. This is the first, here she is. First time I've gone through them all, so come here. Oh, she's nursing away, she's mad at me now. So Light Pink Color Girl, she is also a phantom. So again, you can see those tan points on her legs there. You can see it on the side of her face. She'll show us the side of her face. She's got lots of white on her chest here. And she has no white on her tail, so her only white markings are here on her chest. So little Light Pink Collar Girl was born at 7:21, and she weighed 284 grams. And you can see she has that little white goatee on her chin there too. That she is. Oh, she's such a good little girl. There we go. So that's Light Pink Collar Girl. Let's put her back there. And then next was Red Collar, and Red Collar is also a girl. This is Red Collar. Oh no, that is purple. Red color, where are you? Red color, here you are. Red color is the tuxedo style again of puppy. Hi, baby girl. Now you see she has a ton of white markings, really pretty tuxedo markings, masses of white underneath there, a much bigger blaze on her head than purple color girl has, all white on her face there, loads of white on her ruff, and you'll see how her white on her legs is going all the ways up halfway, about the same amount that it goes up on the Phantom. So this makes her a true properly marked tuxedo. Purple color, because her white is just on her paws, it's not completely tuxedo. Does it matter? No, we just call them tuxedo style. But this one is a full proper Australian Labradoodle tuxedo marked chocolate girl. Holy cow, can you remember all that? So little red color girl, she was the tiniest one in the litter. She was 249 grams. She's just a little slip of a thing. Now this little puppy, when she was first born, she was not exactly enthusiastic about everything in the world. So she wasn't too excited about nursing. So we have a product that's called Nurture Mate. And it's just a little gel that we can put right inside the puppy's mouth from our finger. And it has some colostrum, it has lots of glucose in it. And really what it is just to give puppies who are smaller, or if they're weak for any reason, a little bit of a burst of extra energy to get them going. Because the most important thing when the puppies are born is that they nurse right away and they get that all-important colostrum. The colostrum is what the puppy gets from mom that gives them the natural immunity. So in mom's colostrum is all the immunity that transfers directly to the puppy through the colostrum. So when mom has immunity to parvo, for example, that passes to the puppy when they're at their infant stage like this. So we got her on there, and at first I was a little worried that she wasn't latching on her own, but she had it within, about 30 minutes. She was figuring it all out, and now she just goes great guns. So as you can see, she's very tiny. She just fits right in the palm of my hand. She's a lighter brown color, and I suspect that this chocolate is going to fade to a much lighter color chocolate than what you see here as she grows older. She's just going to be a stunningly beautiful dog with all that gorgeous tuxedo style marking going on there. So I'll just put her there and give her an opportunity to get in and eat if she hasn't already. You'll see in this litter that the puppies are very quiet, they're mostly still, and that's because they are really reaping the benefits of having Maizey's experience as a mom. She's very calm about the whole thing. There's no shortage of milk in her milk bar. There's lots of spots at the milk bar for everybody, and she just creates a lovely, inviting and warm atmosphere for her puppies. So this means that you have a litter that's fairly quiet, because generally speaking their tummies are full. They're warm. We have the temperature in here at 23 degrees. So what else could a puppy want? They got a nice mummy, they got lots of food, and they're warm, and generally all they do in their day is eat, sleep, repeat. Nothing much else going on right now. Next was dark pink color girl. And this is, that's purple. Dark pink color girl is gotta be, you know, I think I did the pinks backward maybe? Yes, I did.
Dark pinks right beside your hand. Right there.
This is dark pink color girl. There we go. There we go. I think the dark pink and the light pink maybe isn't the brightest idea because it's hard to tell the two apart. So dark pink color girl is a chocolate phantom, and so is light pink color girl. We might change those colors. So this little girl came at $7.50. So not too long after the red color was born, and she was 299 grams. So again, you can see all of those beautiful phantom markings on the paws, beautiful white little goatee under the chin here. We've got just a little hint of white going on, phantom markings, which you also see on the hind legs and of course under the tail. So this little girl is sort of right in the middle in terms of weight. So a nice good weight. You can see she has a nice square head, very nice blocky Australian Labradoodle style head. So that's our dark pink color girl. And last but not least, way after everybody else was born, is Yellow Collar. And Yellow Collar is hiding around here somewhere. It's a little bit of a pile up here. Here's Yellow Collar. Yellow Collar wasn't born until 10 past 11. So we waited from 10 to 8 in the morning until 10 past 11 for this little guy to arrive. And that's because he's a bruiser. So we call him Bigfoot because he's the biggest puppy in the litter. He's 363 grams, and all 4 of his feet have these lovely little white paws on them. Hey, sweetheart. So his nickname is Bigfoot, and he was certainly well worth waiting for. Very handsome boy, very robust puppy. He certainly so far has been the one who was first to do everything. He's probably gaining weight more than anyone else as well. We do weigh the puppies every day when they're this age, just to make sure that everybody is gaining and that everybody is gaining at an appropriate rate. So we don't want to have one puppy, say Yellow here, who's really big, who's going to gain massive amounts of weight, and then little Red Collar girl gaining but not so much, because that's not good for either of the puppies. If that happens, then we come in and we make sure that Red Collar has time on the milk bar and Yellow Collar is away from the milk bar, because we don't want them to gain too much too fast, and we don't want them to not be gaining enough. So if you look at his ear right here, this is how you can see that their ears are sealed shut. You can see that there's no opening in the ear there. And this is what, at about 3 weeks, after 3 weeks, those ears will open. Around 2 weeks, the eyes will open. And around 3 weeks, they'll start to be able to eliminate on their own. So that is all of your puppies in the Chocolate Fondue litter. As I said, everyone is doing really well. Maizey herself is doing fabulously. Like I said, this is her 3rd and final litter. She's very comfortable with having puppies. She absolutely loves being a mama dog. She's very, very attentive to the puppies. She goes outside to go to the bathroom, but she won't take more than about 5 minutes. I don't actually think it's even 5 minutes to go outside. She goes directly out our front door, which is right next to where our maternity ward is. The grass is right there. She goes out, she goes to the washroom, and she literally gallops back to the door to come back into the puppies. She's eating really well. So she's eating mostly on her own. She doesn't come out of the box to eat yet. She doesn't want to leave the puppies. So she eats in her box here. She prefers if we hand feed her, and mostly that's for the company. It's very nice for her to have someone to come and sit with her. So all of us come and spend time with all of our litters, all of our puppies throughout the day, so that they have lots of company. And the puppies get very nominal stimulation from us at this point. The most important thing we want to do is develop the bond between the mom and the puppy. So we pretty much don't bother them too much. We pick them up and handle them as much as I did for the video, and that's about it for the first few days. And then we'll start doing a few more things, and we'll explain more about that in the next litter. Now, if you're one of the lucky families on this reservation list, you will be getting another video from me, and you will get one every week that helps you prepare for the arrival of your puppy. And one thing I would just like to say is please don't go out and rush out and start buying things. Throughout the whole 8 weeks, we go through a lot of information and education to help you choose all the right things and the things that are appropriate for an Australian Labradoodle. So many times people run out and they buy a bed, they buy toys, they buy chew sticks, only to find out that, oh, what they bought is either not safe or not the right choice for this type of puppy, and they end up hopefully being able to take it back, or sometimes they end up with things that they can't use. So just hold off on the buying things. Just wait. Lots of time to do that. And for now, a really fun thing to get started on is picking a name for your puppy. So start thinking of what would be a great name. Something that's unique and something that has 2 syllables is always a really wonderful choice for a puppy name. So we hope you have fun doing that. We hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. And please, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them here, and I'll be happy to answer just as quickly as I can. And thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.